I've only been on 4 dates in my entire life. And it wasn't even 4 dates with the same guy, it was 4 separate dates, meaning 4 first dates. The same dull questions, the inevitable silences. Can't you just skip to the second date where it's okay to hold hands and you already know all the stupid shit, like how many sisters he has and when he moved to the city? I just hate dates. Well, actually, that's a lie. Sometimes the dates are really fun, it's just the guy. I mean, what if he has bad taste in movies? Or what if I get sick at dinner? Or get too drunk and start crying? So my first date wasn't really a date, but it was with this guy I was seeing for a while, so it means the most, and I have to share how romantic it was. He took me to Walmart to buy hubcaps for his car. Hubcaps at Walmart. I mean, that's really the epitome of romance, what every teenage girl dreams her first date will be. Needless to say, that relationship didn't really work out. I'm more of a Target girl myself. So 5 years go by with nothing. I decide to try online dating. Now, before I tell you about my online dating experiences, let me first tell you about finding a man online. I don't use one of those like fancy sites where you have to pay for a year, and I don't have the money for that, although I'm sure my dad will write out a check for that. He wants to get me out. So, I usually go right to the profile picture, not to be shallow, but I have an art history minor. I can tell a lot about a person based on an image. So, if he has like a picture where he doesn't show his whole face, you only get parts of it, probably not talking about a Brad Pitt lookalike. Or if he's only wearing a costume in every picture, does he only go out on Halloween? Does he have some sort of fetish? That's fine, whatever. But I mean, those things could pose a problem in a future relationship. Or what if he has like a ton of pictures of him with children? Does he have a child? Is he into children? That's dangerous. Or if he's only showing his six-pack. I mean, girl, read on. I'm sure he's into poetry. So, on this website that I use, you can list 6 things that you can't live without. If he lists his mom, no. More than one electronic device or any video games, not a chance. And watch out for the chat feature. Turn that off immediately. Those men are only in the mood for a little chat, if you know what I mean. And the messages. Oh my God, the messages. Some really great literature. Here's a few I held on to over the years. Hey, just thought I'd let you know that your body radiates with superlative splendor. On further inspection, it can be confidently said that your divine proportions epitomize architectural perfection. So with that in mind, I'd love to get to know you more, as I think we will have a high degree of congeniality between us based on our mutual shared aesthetics and conviviality. Or here's another one. How are you? Have you gotten out and done any fall activities yet? I just took my sailboat out last weekend with the grandkids. Still trying to extend a bit more. What's going on with you this week? Walter. Hey there, I'm Brian. We both love music. So my second date, I just moved to Chicago and all my roommates were using online dating, so they sucked me in. It was a very weird little cult. And we play this game online. It's on the website, I didn't make it up, and you give stars to people based on their looks. I mean, you could do it based on their profile, but no one does that. It's based on the looks, really. So I found this guy with a few tattoos, a little gauged earring, not like a dangling one that's like a hole, just a little one, you know. It was cute. We gave each other 4 out of 5 stars, messaged back and forth, finally asked me on a date for Indian food. Now, In the Nitka household growing up, my dad's idea of a tasty meal was plain chicken with some mashed potatoes. Some string beans if we're feeling a little feisty. So really, no spice or flavor had entered my body from 1987 to about 2005. So Indian food, probably not the best idea. But I went, didn't want to sound lame, you know, and the food was actually really good, but about halfway through, I needed a breather. You know? Step away to process how much curry was traveling through me like an express train on a local track. We didn't see each other again. My colon and I couldn't go on living a lie. Date number 3 had just moved to Spanish Harlem. So, didn't have a bed to call my own. You know, I was working part-time at the Gap in Union Square, really living the life at that point. And we went for cupcakes in the village. Nice and sweet, the cupcakes and the guy. Only, this is really like a Seinfeld moment of me where I'm like being really nitpicky. He was wearing dress shoes and talking about investments and 401ks. I was wearing fucking Converse. So we were in different places. He was more Murray Hill and I was more, oh hey, a homeless man lives in my stairwell. Right. Date number 4 was back in Chicago, living in a tiny 2-bedroom with 2 couples. So I really felt good about myself. Decided to give the online dating one more try. He was a little nerdy, which I like. You know, that's fun. And we went to a grilled cheese restaurant. I took a preventative lactate pill. Then we went to this bar with the board games, which is a brilliant idea because you're always going to have something to talk about. But his idea of gripping conversation, other than the fact that I lost Jenga really quickly, was what Netflix movies I had seen recently. And yes, I had seen quite a few Netflix movies. And yes, on a Friday night I love cuddling up to a few episodes of The Wonder Years. And yes, on my profile it says this. But there's no need to discuss it. It's pretty safe to say that a large majority of the population loves Netflix, and it sucks that seasons 3, 4, and 5 of Dexter aren't streaming. But that's a given circumstance for America. We love having thousands of movies right at our fingertips, and we're all pissed that we can't afford Showtime, and all the New York City buses ruin the fact that Dexter had a baby. But that's a given. This wasn't going to work out. I mean, no relationship can have a foundation of Netflix. It provides no stability. I mean, they could raise the prices again. Messy. So, I'm still single. What am I doing next Friday? Probably watching Breaking Bad, or, let's be honest, I'll be watching season 3 of Felicity. I'm gonna keep going on dates. I mean, there's only so many episodes of Ally McBeal before you reach the series finale, and then you have to go and search for the next series that you want to consume all of your time with, and that's almost as hard as finding a man. So why not get in a few free meals or hubcaps, as the case may be?
If you having girl problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got